Okay then, so as people can see, thresher has been moved to our north compound because I'm having a bit of work done on it. Now the deck is covered at the moment, but I've had the deck ground back, another layer of glass and a repaint. Now I didn't need to do it, the deck is absolutely solid, but I always felt I could have done with another layer of glass on there. A bit of weight in the bottom doesn't hurt, and took all the batteries out and that lot. But anyway, the unfortunate thing at the moment is, as you can probably see by that rail there, the very next day it's raining, which is really what we don't want. Putting the mockers on things. Chain around the ball hitch, so if it does pop off, it ain't going nowhere with that. Remove the chocks. Chocks away. Right, so I've got my batteries on board, got my outboard trimmed up, those boxes are removed. Let's get around under the workshop. Right, docking arms off, they won't go under. Good old Andy, quite right. I've took the bolts out for the docking arms, that one should just slide out of its position. Docking arms off, boat will now go under. Store them somewhere safe so no one thinks, oh, nice bit of aluminium can weigh in there. Yeah, I'll bet. Put them somewhere safe. Keep the bolts safe. Nylocks, I might replace them. I can reuse them. Reuse them once. It's not exactly something that's ever going to come loose with docking arms, so that said, I'm a belt and braces man. I'll replace those. Little tiny bit of powder on them. You think that's stainless steel going through alley. Bit dissimilar metal there. Maybe a slight bit of powdering, but certainly not much, which is good. 8-year-old trailer. Anyway, right. Let's top these in my space. Nets up out the way. And I'll put them in my nice little lock-up. Woo! All go. There's my new deck, looking very nice. Very solid, nice bit of texture on it. Bit lighter than my old one in colour. So a little bit harder to keep clean, but it is a fishing boat after all. And I'm just going to check my underfloor bung, and yeah, hopefully we'll hear a bit of a whooshing noise as I undo it, because it should be, if it's watertight, it should be airtight. And I've got play pit balls underneath the deck, so when I undo the underfloor bung I should hear that whooshing noise, just where the play pit balls expand and contract with the different temperatures. Right, I'll do that now. And there we go, brilliant. That, which sounded a bit crude, it's just the play pit ball, the air from there just releasing from the bung. So that just shows that A, the bung is sound, but B, so's the deck. So that's fantastic. That's really good news. So the deck is absolutely sound. Perfect. Okay, down at the boat, there's my my new deck, looking nice and clean. But I'm going to just check my oil, something that really I know a lot of us don't do enough, and we really don't. So take the cowling off. Always be careful where you put the cowling, somewhere gentle and safe. I've got some clean paper just to check the dipstick. Now the outboard's been down for a while, hasn't been run for a little while, so dipstick is there on a Suzuki. This is a Suzuki 70 4-stroke EFI. So there's your two, I don't know if it's picking it up, but there's the two holes there, and it should be in between those. So all the way down, all the way in, and perfect, right in the middle of the two. And that oil's actually looking fairly clean because I didn't have it done that long ago. I have 2 oil changes a year on my outboard because I do on average about 120 hours a year, and as a consequence I do like 2 oil changes. But she's looking quite clean, as I was hoping to see her look. What I will say, and I might just take the camera off my head to show you this. Right, camera off head. Okay, now if you see this here, we've got one also here and possibly another one, but there's definitely at least 2. What they are, they're anodes, internal anodes. You undo this, it pops out, and there's a button anode on the other side of it. Very important to check, because that's basically keeping the internals of your engine from corroding from the inside out. So those little button anodes, there's one there, as I say, and one there, are very, very important. And I would suggest you, if you've got, oh, there's the other one, there you go, look down here. So there is 3, 1, 2 and 3. Probably other outboards have them too, but they are important. I would get them changed if you haven't changed them recently. Right, so something else I need to do, my winch strap. Now, a friend of mine, I didn't ask him to, he started winching the boat on. As a consequence, you can see by that, he's caught that in the gearing and chewed it all up. Now, replacing this is relatively straightforward. I've got the new one here. There we have the new winch strap fitted. Now basically, very easy. All you do is disengage it, take all this webbing off, unwound it off, and what you're left with, the very last bit of webbing is made into like a loop. This little bolt here goes right the way through to the other side, and basically you just take that, undo that, put it through the loop in the webbing, and then wind it back on tight. And basically you might want to sometimes put a bit of tension under this, but what happens is when you recover the boat the next time, usually when you wind it on, the weight of the boat will bed this back in tight, because you do want it nice and tight. You can tell how tight it is by the tension on it. But yeah, very easy to change and worth doing.